I'm not gonna spend too much time here because who really watching Good Times? Who? Why did I decide to do this? I don't know. But anyway, this is the Reverend Sam episode. One of my favorites actually. And I didn't really realize all my favorite Good Times episodes happened at the beginning of the the series. I don't know what goes on in season 6 of Good Times. I really don't. But we open up with Florida. Florida asked one of her kids, child, to go downstairs or go down to the shoemaker and get Michael some shoes. She asked Thelma. Thelma just washed her hair. She asked JJ. He complaining and asking, why don't Michael do it? Michael said he can't go because he ain't got no shoes. LOL, LOL. We all laugh. Michael asked Florida if they will ever get a color TV, and Florida gives the signature broke mother excuse. We don't need a color TV. We know what color the sky is. We know what color the grass is. And I'm like, yeah, that's poor black mama 101 right there. And then while they're watching their black and white television, Reverend Sam comes on. And he's giving he's giving homosexual. It's just giving big gay reverend. And we all know. I mean, I'm assuming we all know. I know. But we all know plenty of gay people from church. And that's what he gives. But what never made sense to me is that he gives gay, but James never really gave like, I don't really back up from Sam because James is definitely homophobic. You can look at him and tell he's homophobic, and you can look at Reverend Sam and tell he is a homosexual. So that just always mixed matched to me. But whatever. He on the TV preaching prosperity gospel, honey, and Florida don't like him. Florida straight up just does not like him. And she spends the whole episode not liking him from beginning to end. She never changes her story. She do not like that man. Let me see. So James says that's his good friend. He comes in, he sees Sam on the TV. He says, "Oh, that's my good friend Sam." And Florida says, if that's your good friend, why don't he ever call you? Why y'all not, closer? And the doorbell rings, or there's a knock at the door. They can't afford a doorbell. What am I? Crazy? There's a knock at the door, and James says, "Well, that could be Sam right there." And Florida says, if that's Sam, I will shine your shoes." And it's Sam. So now Florida got to shine this man's shoes. She was gonna do that anyway because she's an indentured servant in her own home. But whatever. The Black Jesus episode has. Now, my dog never needed to do that because I know y'all heard it. The Black Jesus episode hasn't dropped yet. It's dropping next, and I can't wait for y'all to to see Florida being an indentured servant behind Jesus, because that's all she gave that whole episode. Show do, girl. Anywho, so yeah, it's Sam at the door. He comes by, and apparently he and James were in the army together. Sam don't give army. He would not have made it in the army. He would have been discharged for his, delicate ways. But he and James are doing their army, salute and singing and dancing all around the apartment. And another thing that never made sense to me is how this is James' homeboy from the army, and he supposed to be this American reverend, but he got this transatlantic accent. He sound like James Earl Jones doing Othello. Like, it's just like, what are you doing? You can't talk like a regular man for 2 seconds. He sound like Andre Leon Talley. And it's like, Andre Leon Talley ain't talk like that either. That's just not how y'all talk. I understand that this man gives classically trained. I don't know much about this actor, but he gives classically trained. However, baby, you is down to good times. Be a Negro with the rest of us. Sam asked James if he can work for him, and he says James will be making $100 a night, 7 nights a week, and that's big money. That's huge money. You remember that rent is $104, so he done made a month's rent in a day. That's huge. You remember 2 episodes ago, he was excited to get a job that was paying him $225 or $250 an hour. So what's that, like $250 times 8? We in the $20-$30 an hour type beat. I'm not good at math. So that's a huge amount of money for him. And he's like, I'm gonna do it. But anyway, Sam done rolled up with his fancy things to the projects, and I always found that very odd too. Because what are you doing? He ain't got no bodyguards. This man didn't get jumped and beat up and didn't show up to the apartment naked. Because this is supposed to be Cabrini Green, the worst apartment projects in the world, in the whole America. And he walked all the way up to the 17th floor. Remember, episode 1 told us they on the 17th floor. He walked his tail or rode the elevator, if Booger got it working, all the way up to the 17th floor and made it up there with all of his jewels. Please, please, please. No. It's a no. Anywho, yeah, Sam asked James to join his crusade. Then JJ and Thelma meet him, and Thelma is so excited. I was like, oh my God, are you Christian? It never gave you, you've been to church. None of these kids they go to church with their mama. But she was so excited. And then Wilona comes in, and she is fly as can be, honey. She got this hat that has a feather just shooting to the moon. And she's giving, and it's like Wilona really comes in for the statement. She comes in to make the statement, say the statement, and to give the statement fashion wise. That's her whole role, and I'm here for it. Like, I want to stint on a TV show where I just come in looking fly, say one or two sickening things, and then be like, all right, girl, I got to see you later. Something like that. Yeah, that would be me. I need that. Somebody write that for me. Write me in, because I'll do it. Let me see. Wilona says Reverend Sam is handsome. This is not true. This is not true. That man is not handsome. He's ugly. But that's okay. Because he gets to flirting with her, and she does the swap-a-roo on him, and it's like, actually, no. You was handsome 2 seconds ago, but you are handsome. You being handsome don't mean I want you. And I wish people would understand that. Just because you're cute don't mean I want you. I need people to get that. Anyway, there might be a video one day. Let me see. So Wilona goes over to spill some tea with Florida while Sam is offering James this job. And of course, James is blinded by the money we just discussed. But Sam needs an answer immediately. Like now. Just like a scammer. He want to lock you in today. Right now. And then Sam randomly starts preaching, and everybody's like, oh, go ahead. Yeah. All right. And I'm like, he ain't no C.L. Franklin. He not no, Andre Crouch. He just up there, just saying where he don't even sound convincing because he's using his transatlantic accent to spread the gospel. Like, it's just not giving. It just wasn't giving. But when they done doing all they, hooting and hollering, and Sam is like, oh, I got him now, basically. And he looks over at Florida, and she's like, oh, you're good. Basically saying, like, you good, but I'm still clocking you. Still. To this day. And this is one of the first times I'm actually with Florida, because this man ain't no good. Like, I'm also kind of with James because get that money, but also this man ain't no good. If we want to be on the side of right, this man ain't no good. If we want to be on the side of money, I don't know. So James goes to Pack because he's finna. Oh, they go to a revival and they say how good he was and all of this and that and the other. And then after the revival, James goes to Pack, and Florida is kind of sad that he's gonna go. She's upset, and he's like, I got to. Like, this is the kind of money that you have to do what you have to do. And so when they come out of the bedroom, Reverend Sam is there, and his driver comes up, and his driver is one of the men that came up there in the wheelchair at the revival and got up dancing, saying that Reverend Sam had healed him. And they realize, oh, this is a scam. And for some reason, non-church going, pool shooting, hustling James then decides, oh no, I can't in good conscience work for you because this is a scam. I'm like, the James I know would have been like, all right, well, I'm gonna go make these dollars. I'll see you later. Like, it was so odd to me that he decided just after seeing that one little thing, because I'm sorry, y'all, I keep sniffing. The James that I know, he would have just been like, oh, that's suspicious, but I'm gonna do it anyway. He would have had to see a lot worse to decide not to do it. But I know we gotta wrap this show up in 22 minutes, baby. So That's what we did. We wrapped the show up in 22 minutes. James declines the job. Florida is excited. James and Florida hug, and then. But it was just so weird because it's like, huh, this man is cool shooting dice and smoking and drinking and carrying on, but he can't. I guess he don't want to play with the Lord. All right, all right. JJ was willing to do it, and I low key send JJ on and let him come back with some rent money. But that's the show. That was good times this week. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things the YouTubers say, and I'll catch y'all in that next one. Bye.